Y'all, welcome to Diary of D'Angela, and this is diary entry number 2. Okay. Um. Yeah, I realized for me to be consistent with this, I gotta be doing something. So today, y'all gonna witness me folding this laundry. Okay, this is my laundry. And I don't know when last time I did it or folded it, but today I'm folding it and y'all just gonna have to do it with me. But the topic of today is how I started my spiritual journey. Okay? So how I started my spiritual journey. I got these windows up because after you hear this story, you understand. I got the windows up. When I'm done, I'm finna finish cleaning my house up and I'm gonna bless my house. Cause what I'm about to talk about is gonna be very necessary to bless my house afterwards. Cause you don't wanna speak stuff up. But, how y'all doing? This is the second video and we're here and we're gonna keep going. If y'all got any questions, ask me. First of all, follow my Instagram at diary.of.d'angela. And y'all can follow my business page too if you want to, Treasure Trust. So yeah, let's get this thing going. Ooh. I done had me a little something that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. But anyways, so how I started my spiritual journey. I'm recording on my phone today. The first video I recorded on my iPad. I'm just trying to see which one I like the best. So, we'll see. Be patient, like I said, okay? But yeah, how I started my spiritual journey. It was, first of all, I'm gonna just take y'all back. I'm gonna take y'all back because it's like how it started, but at the time I didn't know it was starting, okay? So, for me, I'm the type that I get this urge or this feeling, and I get this urge and I just do it, okay? I just do it. At first I thought it was an urge, but then now I'm realizing I'm kind of like hearing God's voice. So, and I'm just being obedient now. Now I know that, but at first I didn't. Okay, so boom, 2021. It was 2021 in May. I just kept on telling my husband, I'm like, Fred, I want to move. I was just like, at first I thought I wanted to move just because I wanted more space and all this and all that. But now, looking back, I kind of feel like it was just God talking to me, like the way everything played out, I feel like it was meant to be. So, anyways, I just had got this urge. I was telling my husband, I'm like, Fred, I want to move. I just want to move. I just want more space and this and whatever and all of that. So I started looking at houses and I got obsessed. That was like my social media. Zillow, Trulia, all of them, even though they all together. That was my freaking social media, for real. And so I got obsessed and I just started looking. This one house, it's this one company I got obsessed with and I just started. Mind you, I ain't have no money. I don't know how we're gonna get this house or how we're gonna make it happen, but I always just been the type to just do stuff and figure it out later. That's just who I am. That's just who I always been, whatever. I'm not the type of person to plan nothing. I can't plan nothing. It don't work like that for me. So, okay, I freaking wanted this house and I had studied this company. Y'all, I had stalked the mess out of this company. I'm not even gonna say their name because I wouldn't want my worst enemy to go to that company and rent a house. Not because of this situation, but because everything else, whatever. But I feel like I'm taking too long to get to the point. But I was stalking this company, and I like this house. I like the, you know, like the rules looked easy. Okay, I did hair, and like we asked, I want to say 2 or 3 people, can we get a house in their name? And they was telling us no. They were like, no. One person told us, one of them was like, you can't afford that. I was like, man, this sound like, bro, don't nobody know how much money I make doing hair. Nobody know how much hair I do, because I wasn't posting. I wasn't posting a lot. I just started posting on my business page. Like, I just work. It's just what I do. And I kind of don't like the social media stuff, but I'm just now coming to the realization that we got to have social media. So here we are. But one person told us that we couldn't afford it. I'm just like, look, man, you don't know how much money I make, baby. We can afford it. Anyway, so long story short, they was like, nah. So for some reason, I don't know how, but your girl credit score was high. I don't know how. I hadn't got nothing in my name. And like at this time, I hadn't had nothing in my name in like 5 years because I had a battery charge. And that kind of like threw me off. Like it kind of like stopped me from doing a whole lot of stuff. But also at this time, I had just got married back in March of that same year. And like within a month of me getting married, I had paid almost $4,000 to get my name clear. Like get my driver's license unsuspended, my background, I had got all that done. So when I applied for this house, all this, actually I applied for the house in like April. We moved in May. But yeah, so when I did all this, everything was clear. I was good, but I hadn't had nothing in my name, and at this time, in like 5 years, cause I had a battery charge, and that stopped me. It wasn't even a felon, but them people was treating me like a felon. Like it's just like they were just everywhere I was trying. When I first got it, I was trying stuff like jobs and stuff, and they were just like, it's a violent charge and all this and all that. Like, bro, I ain't violent. Basically, they consider you violent if you got those type of charges. So it's almost equivalent to having a felon, like for real. That's like one of the worst charges you can have that's not a felon, I believe. And so yeah, I wouldn't apply for nothing. I didn't apply for none. So I applied for this house. Let me get to the point, girl. I applied for the house. I applied for the house, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, but the way it happened, y'all, was so crazy, okay? The way it happened was crazy. I hit the girl up. I'm like, look, can you do me some pay stubs? Because I did hair. When you do hair, when you ain't tracking it right, you just ain't tracking it right. You can't document it. You can't use it for nothing. Like, I can now, but at the time, I couldn't really use it for nothing. I wasn't really documenting. I was just doing hair at home and just doing it just to do it. You know, I was making money, but it wasn't really important. Like, I don't know why, but it wasn't. I was young, whatever. So, dang, these things seem like they didn't even get washed. But anyways, who's these comments? Yeah. So, I had the girl make me some pay stubs. Boom. I freaking applied for the house. Y'all, I only had enough for the pay stubs and for the application fee. So I applied, was approved. Didn't even know I was getting. I didn't know I was gonna be approved, y'all. I'm just like a tester. Like I just tested it. I just was testing stuff. So I freaking applied for this house. Was approved. 7 o'clock in the morning, I had an email saying I was approved. And, yeah, that email said I was approved. So, it was approved. And I was just like, dang. And you know, when you get a house, you gotta have the, the down payment. You gotta have the deposit is the same as the rent. And at the time, mine was $1,600. So I'm like, look, I don't know where we're gonna get this $1,600 from, but baby, we finna get it. So tell me why this was 7 o'clock. Tell me why about 8 o'clock we got the email we got the email for the, you know, the email you get from the USPS people, the post office telling you what's gonna be in the mail today. Tell me why my husband income tax checks was in the mail. He hadn't got income tax for the past 2 years at this time. He hadn't got income tax for 2 years. So his freaking income tax checks was in the mail. I'm like, wow, look at God. At the time I was saying look at God, but it's not the same as me saying look at God now. Like I swear, like I was just talking back then. Like now when I say it, I mean it, okay? Back then I was just talking. Look, if I edit this video, if I learn how to edit this video, I would put that on the screen, like just talking, okay? Big. Just talking. I was just talking for real. I'm like, yeah, look at God. Look, okay. So the company I went through to get the house, you gotta, I'm trying to find some space to put these paintings. The company I went through to get the house, you can, like if you're approved for one house, it's thundering, it must be from the storm. You can switch the application. Basically, you can switch the application to another house. If you approve and if it's in the same range. So I was up once again, 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I was up and this house came up. I don't know how to really edit the videos like that, but I'm gonna get into it. I wish I could like put it in there and show y'all the house. Well, I can show y'all the house, whatever. Yeah. So, what was I about to say? Yeah, this house, the house that I actually got, the house that I was approved for is not the house that I moved in. So the house that I moved in, it came up on the website in the middle of the night. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to switch to that one. I done bleached these kids' shirt. Whatever. I'm still learning how to wash. My business, for real. Anyways, yeah. So I switched the house. I called the people. I'm like, look, I want this house. It's in a DFW. It's like 6 minutes from Six Flags. In the middle of everything. Like people in Fort Worth can get to me in less than 20 minutes. People in Dallas can get to me in 20 minutes. Like I was where I needed to be, where I felt like I needed to be, and I just loved it. I was like, yes, it's perfect. It was practically brand new, kind of. The house was only built like 3 or 4 months before I moved in. Whoever stayed, the person that stayed there before me only stayed there for like 2 months. Okay, boom. So I didn't realize it at the time, but when I went to go view the house, I was scared. Like it was the door was kind of like that door, but the blinds was like those blinds, and like one of the blinds was cracked to where like you could see inside. And for some odd reason, I was so scared to look in. At the time, I did not know. I didn't realize it. I'm like, dang. I realized all this afterwards. Like, dang, that's why I was scared to look in. You know, this, and this. Also, the trash cans. There was 2 trash cans on the curb. One trash can had, I wish I could insert the pictures. I hope I learn how to do this. One trash can had some shower curtains hanging out of it. Hanging out the trash can, like sticking out of the trash can. And, yeah, at the time, mind you, these are things that I'm noticing about the house and it's sticking to me. You gotta realize what's sticking to you and why it's sticking to you, why you're constantly thinking about it. So first of all, I'm looking in the house and I was like, you know, scared a little bit. And I noticed that the trash can had shower curtains hanging out. I ain't thinking nothing of it at the time. I wasn't in tune. I wasn't tapped in at the time. But they stuck with me. That stuck with me the whole time. I don't know why. Well, I do now, but at the time, I didn't know why. So we moved in the house in May. Boom. We moved in the house. I was like 24 going on 25, I think. This was 2021. I was like 24 going on 25. When I moved in that house, man. Oh, I'm getting hot. It's gonna give me chills. I said I ain't telling this story no more after this, y'all. For real. I'm not talking about this no more. Like I gotta move on. Like I healed from it and I gotta move on. But I just want to tell everybody how my journey started. let me get back to it. So we moved in. We moved in May, the end of May. Boom. But once I moved in, I was like depressed. Like I became depressed. I didn't know why. I didn't even realize it really, but I was depressed. And we had a housewarming. We had a housewarming party in July. We had a housewarming party in July. One of my husband's aunties gave me some sage, y'all. She gave me some sage. I didn't know nothing about no damn sage, okay? She gave me some sage. So, whatever. She was like, you gotta sage your house. You move in the house, you gotta sage, you gotta clean, you gotta make sure, get all that bad energy out, whatever. Y'all was not tapped in like this. I was not tapped in like I am now. I promise I was. I was like, okay, thank you, give me some, thank you, whatever. So she got me some as a gift. And this was July when she gave it to when I got it from her. But I didn't sage until August, like the first week of August of 2021. First week of August, I saged the house. And because I had cleaned up real good, my baby was going to start school, whatever. So I cleaned up real good, saged the house one night. And as I was saging, it's just like I started hallucinating. I was just like, oh my gosh, am I the bad spirit? Like I just started hallucinating. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I tapping into? Like everything just like, it just started getting crazy, y'all. Like I'm talking about crazy. Like I'm like, dang. Like, like in the movies where the people be hallucinating, I promise that was me. I'm like, ooh, am I the bad spirit? This. Somehow, I was able to just lay down and go to sleep. I don't know how, but I was. Do y'all know the very next day, I went and cleaned the car out. You clean your house up, you gotta clean your car out. So I cleaned my car out. Came home, finna get in the shower. It was so hot. Ooh, Texas so hot in August. It was so hot. I freaking came home, was finna get in the shower. Y'all, it was like a lining. Okay, so you got the tub, and it's like a little lining. I don't know if y'all can see the border. It's like a border, but it'd be a border in front of the tub. In this house, it was a new house. Literally not even 6 months old yet. So it was a border on the tub, like around the tub. And I kid y'all not, it was like the tub was bleeding. Blood was coming from the side of the tub. No lie. Blood was coming from the side of the tub like as if it was coming out of a scar. Okay? It was coming from under that thing, under that lining. So I wiped it. Mind you, I'm just trying to get in the shower, so I wiped this blood. I freaking went downstairs. And asked Fred, because Fred had company. And and I'm like, look, Fred, did this look like some blood to you? He was like, no. I'm like, man, he didn't lie. He's fuck. I'm like, he's stupid. He don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, this look like blood to me. I'm like, no, this look like blood to me. But my problem was it was so red. The blood was so red, okay? I'm like, if I ain't bled like this and you ain't bled like this, then what is this? It looked like blood. So I called the police department. And I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to see if any calls been made to this address because I think I'm seeing blood. They was like, no. I gave them the address. They was like, no. Okay, whatever. So I freaking peeled the thing back. I peeled the border thing back. It ain't nothing but like a sticker. I peeled it back. It was like chunks of red stuff. It was blood, but at the time I thought it was red stuff. Okay, so it was some little chunks, and I cleaned it and I laid it back down. I ain't thinking nothing of it. I didn't care no more about it. So that next day, me and my kids, we went to go meet my sister. So we went to go meet my sister halfway to Arkansas from Fort Worth, Texas. We went to go meet my sister halfway to Arkansas for watermelon. Ain't no good watermelon out here in Texas, so I would get mine from Arkansas. My sister was meeting me with it, mind your business. Okay? I love watermelon. So I was meeting my sister to get this watermelon, and as we in the car, my oldest son, mind you, I got an auntie. I got an auntie named Paulette. Let me go tell you this. I got an auntie named Paulette. She passed away in 2015. She passed away in 2015 in February. Before she passed away, she just kept on saying, you pregnant, Pookie, you pregnant, I'm Pookie. She was like, you pregnant. I'm like, no, I ain't. Okay, so I ended up getting pregnant. She passed away in February. I ended up getting pregnant in March and having my first son, Kason, on her birthday in December. Crazy, I know. Okay, I had him on her birthday in December. So, mind you, he never met Paulette. Kason never met Paulette. Okay, so as we in the car, let's go back to the car. As we in the car on the way to Arkansas. No. Yeah, it was basically Arkansas because we was meeting in Arkansas. But it was still a long drive for her. But on the way to meet Libby, Kason in the car, he talking about mama. I said, huh? He said, me and Kareem mama got the same birthday? I said, yeah. He said, oh, so when I celebrated my birthday at the movies, she celebrated her birthday in heaven? I was like, yeah. Mind you, he never met Paulette. So what is you talking about, Casey? What is you talking about? Why is Paulette on your mind? At the time, I ain't thinking nothing of it. I was scared. I did text our little group, our family group, and I was like, Mama, tell Paulette to come visit somebody else because I'm not the one. Mind y'all, I always been scared of this type of stuff. I ain't never wanted to play with this type of stuff. If I go to a funeral or anything, a graveyard or anything, when I get home, I was scared. I was running down the hallways. I was scared. Me and I have a twin brother, he's the same exact way. I have always been scared of this type of stuff, like real deal. I don't know. When I see them post on Facebook, like when you see the post on Facebook and people in the comments telling all their stories of what their kids saw, what their kids say, and listen, I always believed it. I don't care if it was true or not. I seen them comments and I believe them kids be seeing stuff and spirits be talking to them kids and playing with them kids and all this and all that. I believe it. I am a believer, yes. And I always have been. This didn't make me start believing. But so he talking about Paulette. So when she celebrated it, when I celebrated the movie, she celebrated in heaven. I was like, yeah, you know. So I ended up texting them. I text my mom and them. I'm like, look, tell Paulette to come visit somebody else, cause I ain't the one. Whatever. That was just here or there. Whatever. So I want to say later on that same evening or either the next day, something like that. I can't really just put my finger on the exact day at this point. But it was around the same time. I want to say the next day. No, it probably was the same day. Anyways, we was outside, me and my husband and them, we was outside doing the mulch. My husband had a little company over. We was outside doing the mulch, and the little mulch for the garden. And as we doing the mulch, my neighbor come across the street. Mind you, we've been in this house like 3 months. Her name Evelyn. She had never came over and said too much or nothing to us until this day. So she came over, she just walked over the street, over across the street. She was like, I'm getting chills, y'all. She was like, hey. I was like, hey, I walked and met her in the middle of the street. And I was like, hey, whatever. She was like, hey, I just wanted to come over here. I don't know your religion or I don't know what you believe in. Mind you, this lady didn't know our sage. This lady didn't know nothing. So who sent her? Who sent her? Y'all tell me. Stop playing. So she like, I don't know your religion. I don't know what you believe in. I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't tell me. She was like, okay, I ain't gonna tell you. And I was like, nah, you can tell me. I was like, you can tell me. Come on, tell me. So she ended up telling me, she was like, yeah, he committed suicide. And I was like, huh? And for some reason, I thought I was gonna be okay. It kind of was like real bad on me at the moment, but I thought I would be okay. But when I tell y'all from that moment, I went in the house, I couldn't sleep. When it was time to go to bed, I was just shaking. I couldn't stop shaking. I couldn't stop shaking at all. So my husband was getting ready to go. When my husband would get up and go to work, this went on for like 2 months, 3 months. almost 3 months. When my husband would get up and go to work, I would hurry up and pack our bags, and we'll go over my sister's house, my Monique house in Dallas. We were going over there, baby. It went from me having a little Walmart bag to me having a little backpack to me having a duffel bag. Baby, I was not going in their house, and if I went in their house, I had a client waiting on me. Like I only went in if somebody was there with me. Like I would sit outside in my car until my client pull up, and we'll go in. I was like really scared to go in his house. And like, it's so crazy because so many people was laughing. People thought I was tripping. They thought I was just crazy, but no. It was deeper than me being scared of a spirits, whatever. Like I was scared of that, true enough, yeah, I was scared of that. But it was deeper than that. It was like, what got to me was how I would be in my car, mind you, in the middle of the night, early mornings, on the way to my house. I'm on the way to Monique's house, and I'm just thinking like, how can I get out of this? How can I get out of this? I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot go back to that house. I can't live there. This. Like, how am I gonna move? I can't afford to move again. We just moved in this house. We just put all this money into this, and all this and all that, and y'all, I was thinking of stuff that I never think of. That I never thought of doing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like the thoughts were crazy, and I was really scared of those thoughts. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like when I thought about it, it was nothing. I was in the car and I'd be like, dang, should I just, I would be like driving, and in my head, I'm like, dang, should I just do this? And you know, all me and my kids, like shit, we, you know, boom. If I gotta go, my kids gotta go too. That's what was going on in my mind. I'm just like, should I just, like, you know, me and my kids can go right now. I didn't care. Like, that was my mindset. And it was like, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the spirits. Even though that is a spirit, it wasn't that I was scared of. It was the thoughts. And I was just like, I couldn't tell nobody. I couldn't really tell nobody what I was thinking. Oh, I'm getting teary-eyed. But I couldn't really tell nobody that I was thinking about this stuff. And mind you, it's all over because somebody committed suicide in the house I had just moved in. Like, you know, you tell somebody some stuff like that, they finna book you in. My folks don't play about mental health. They will book you in, okay? My mama and them would have had me booked so fast. So, like, I couldn't tell them. That I was thinking about this crazy shit. I'm like, this stuff I ain't never thought about. And yeah, I couldn't tell them. Like, I couldn't say, look, I'm about to finish us off. We finna be done. I couldn't tell them that. So, yeah. So, anyways, this went on for months. And I ended up like getting close to one of my friends, Lakeitha. Like I got close to her, and I would like pull up at her house. I was doing anything to avoid going to their house by myself, y'all. Anything. I didn't care. I was scared, and this went on for like 3 months. And how I started my spiritual journey was because all of that literally went away. It almost didn't exist. Mind you, I had my sister come and bless my house. I had my husband, grandma on the phone praying for me. I had different people on the phone praying for me. I had my sister come and bless my house. This, and this. But when I tell y'all none of that worked, nothing worked. I was cuckoo. I was cuckoo mentally. Like, I was like, I ain't give a damn. And I wish I could show y'all some pictures of when from the time when I was going through this, and like nobody knew. Like, I looked a mess. When I look back at them pictures, your girl looked a mess, okay? I looked a mess, miserable. Did like just going. Didn't even, like, I was dead to the world, okay? I was just living just to live at that point. And like I said, none of that worked. None of that, people praying for you, all of that stuff don't work, y'all. None of that worked. Nothing worked until I got in my Bible. And I started with a Bible plan on fear. One of those Bible plans on fear. And then I went to anxiety. Then I went to a depression. Then, you know, the list just go on and on and on. But yeah, that's how it started. I couldn't go in the house by myself until I started praying and believing and reading the Bible for myself. Mind you, when all this was going on, they was like, pray about it, pray about it. I was not praying. Let's just be real. I was not praying. I was not praying. Your girl was not praying. I just wanted out. I was trying to figure out how I could find me another place where I was gonna get the money from the move, and you know how we was gonna do all them. Okay, I was just the one going crazy, and he didn't even, like I said, he didn't even know about some of these thoughts that I was having, and I'm just like, dang, you know, like now, like I said, nothing brought me out of that until I started praying and doing the homework myself, like. You know, until I did it myself and believe. You know, people can pray for you all day, but if you don't believe, that stuff is pointless. And then another thing, you don't have everybody praying for you. Don't have everybody praying for you. Don't you have everybody praying for you? For real. Because people are wicked. People are fucking insane. Don't you have everybody praying for you? I don't need everybody praying for me. I got me. I got me and my family. Anyways, yeah. So that's how I started my spiritual journey, and I just wanted to get that out. I wanted that to be one of the very first videos that I did, because I just want y'all to know where all this wisdom come from. I wanted to line up. I wanted to line up good enough for y'all to understand. But it took months after that. I had gained a lot of weight after coming back out of that situation. I had gained so much weight and this, and then like August of 2022, mind you, it's a whole year later from when it started. That's when my spiritual journey really started. When I started working out, I started walking. I started just walking. I started with just 15 minutes a day, 15 to 30 minutes a day with my neighbor. We would walk every morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, baby. We was out there getting it. We was out there getting it, honey. And it started with me being consistent with that. I got more consistent with my Bible. I got more consistent in my Bible. And I used the bathroom so bad. I got more consistent in my Bible, and everything just started to change after that. Like, I can't even explain the stuff no more. Like, all I can say is my spiritual journey is my spiritual journey, and can't nobody take that from me. And my connection with God is my connection with God, and can't nobody break that. This here is crazy, okay? I've been crazy in faith and all this and all that, but baby, when I tell you this stuff here on a whole different level, when you experience God and you really see how it works, when the Bible really help you, I don't care what other people believe in. I respect what anybody believe in. But the way the Bible helped me, I can't explain it. Like, I can't really tell you that it'll help you because it helped me in that way. So I respect whatever you believe in, whatever. But yeah, like I said, the way it helped me, the way I came up out of that, it ain't nothing nobody can tell me about God. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm back. But like I was saying, it ain't nothing nobody can tell me about God. My spiritual journey is my spiritual journey. That's only one. For two, those thoughts in your mental health, your mind is crazy. What you believe is who you are and what you will do. Like, you have to think big, and if this stuff is in our face all day, every day, we seeing this stuff on social media and all this and all that. But how many of y'all really be seeing those posts? What is this? How many of y'all really be seeing those? This ain't mine. How many of y'all really be seeing those posts and stuff and y'all really believe them? When I share that stuff on my Instagram and stuff like that, man, I be believing that stuff from the bottom of my heart. I'm like, look, if more people believe this and more people actually practice this stuff, man, the world would be such a beautiful place. Like, and that's why we're here today. So we can show y'all how to heal and make the world a better place. But, like I said, my journey is my journey, and can't nobody take that away from me. My relationship with God is like this. I feel like I got a one way. I feel like I'm like this. God, I need this. And he'd be like, all right, bet. That's just how I feel about my relationship with God. Like, a real chosen one. And all you gotta do is tap in. All you gotta do is get in tune with who you are. I did a whole lot of healing. I did a whole lot of righting my wrongs, and I still have a ways to go. I'm learning every single day. I'm righting my wrongs. I had to like right my wrongs. I had to, and not even my wrongs, like people that I cared about, that mattered. Like I would hit them up and like apologize just to seize it, because nothing really mattered. Nothing whether they took it or not, I didn't care. I did my part. Once I did my part, it was like God. It seemed as if God was beside me, and He was like, "Call this person and say this," and I did it. When I tell you, after I did it, I would like, for instance, get off the phone, and it's just like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I really feel like I had a one-on-one. Like I still do feel like this. Like I said, it's just more than it's more than saying stuff. It's more than saying this and saying that. Like it's more than all of that with me. Like I don't care who here to stay or who here to go. I don't care who like me or who don't. I don't care who think my relationship with God is this and this. Baby, this here can't be beat, and this here is to show you what it could be like. You know, this a whole different type of happiness, baby. Nope. Because, you know, what's the lesson in it? Anything can be going on in my life, and it could piss me off, but you only got a few hours to be on my mind and have me upset. You only got a few hours, and that's with something going on in my life or a person or anything. It don't stay there long. And I love this side of life. I love it. So, yeah, if you ever was wondering how D'Angela got so close to God, there it is. I have never, ever publicly told this story until right now. And now I finished cleaning my house, and I blessed it, because I blessed all that out of it, because you know you can't be speaking stuff up. You can't be speaking stuff up, okay? You can't do that. Anyway, finna finish cleaning this house, and I'm finna bless this baby. And we're finna get this YouTube rolling. We're finna get this stuff rolling. I don't care. Let's go. I love all of y'all. I love my little 52 subscribers. Yeah, send your people to send your people. Tell them, come on. Follow me. Subscribe to me and follow my Instagram too. Let's go. I'm not buying no follower. I might buy an ad though. It's a difference. I might buy an ad. I ain't buying no follower though. So yeah, tell y'all people to come on. That's the most I can do, because I ain't doing that. Most I can do is tell y'all to send y'all people. Send y'all people. Let's keep this thing authentic. Let's keep life real. Let's keep life what it is. I ain't doing none of that crazy mix. I don't care what it look like. Let's show them what it really is, okay? Let's show the world what it really is. I want to see myself climb to the top off of this. Being real with y'all. And putting y'all up on game. And helping y'all believe more. I just hope I'm able to do that. And all the wrong stuff that you're doing in your life, the only people judging are probably Christian, spiritual people. I mean, not spiritual people, Christian people, religion people. Bye. But yeah. Anyways, judge your mama, because this ain't that. And tell your people to come and subscribe. Thank y'all for joining today on my second entry of how I started my spiritual journey. And watching me fold all these clothes, and I'm still not done. I still got 2 loads. But it's my life. I asked for it. I prayed for it. I got it. Peace.